Hello and welcome to part 2 of our World Cup Academies USA career mode, or whatever you want to call it. It's a rebuild of the USA, and well, unfortunately we knocked out progressing through in the first episode. So we continue on here in the middle of season number 5. We're going to build towards the 2026 World Cup, continue on our way, bringing in more youth talent here to the New York Red Bulls, and building up on this USA squad. Now, I mean, we've got some decent players in here. McKennie and Weyer are both at an 88. You've got Pulisic there, Pomikel at an 85. Adams, he's come out of nowhere. He's an 82. We really need to work on this left-hand side. We've got Kerr, we've got Martin, the goalkeeper, and then a few youth academy players floating around, which are going to keep growing. Brown, Kempen, another Brown. And, of course, we've got Bill Willie there on the bench with the potential to be special, only 79 at the moment. But let's continue on here with the Red Bull, finish off season number 5, try and bring in some more talent. Let's look to that left-hand wing. I mean, we've got a few there at New York, and probably some more centre-backs and wing-backs here for this team. Sargent's growing nicely as well, so the USA should be quite competitive come 2026. Let's get moving. Let's bring in some new talent. Time for Pomikel to move on. His release clause was paid and he's headed off to Manchester City. So hopefully he can gather some experience there to help out the USA squad. Just means that there's more game time for some of our youth players here in New York. A new player to bring into our academy is Noah Evans, 66 to 90. Not the highest potential, but a left back here by the looks of things at 6'3". The scouts head out again, this time physically strong in the USA, and we head off to Sweden and Bolivia. Adam Campbell is a 6'6" youth academy prospect, 70 to 94 with a decent overall, hopefully a centre-back at that height. Let's get him into the academy. Gibbs and Fraser, we're going to keep monitoring. Right, let's take a look at this academy. Benzo, 84 to 90 for Morocco, a goalkeeper. Let's bring him into Sale. Adam Campbell, 70 to 94, 62 overall. Yes, hello, welcome. Get into my team. Hayder here, 5'9" centre-back. That is going to be trash. Hendricks, a goalkeeper, possibly for the Netherlands. Yeah, let's help them out. Joshua Brewer as well will promote. We're going to sell these lads off anyway. We're just trying to help out their academies at the same time. Evan Cooper has dropped away, the centre midfielder with a potential of 82. Max Burns wanted out of the academy, and you can tell why. He's trash. See you later. And Noah Evans, well, the potential's not there that I'm looking for, so we will release him. Evan Cooper, well, he's only 15, but no potential. Goodbye. So we reached the end of season number 5. Let's have a look at how the boys are travelling in their growth. Most of these young players that we've brought in that aren't from the USA are obviously going to be sold. So let's have a look here at what's going on. Diallo, potential to be special. He's our number 2 at the moment, so we're just holding on to him. Martin up to an 88 now. And how are those reactions travelling? 83 reactions. His jumping is increasing. And he is really going to be a force to be reckoned with. 88 rated. Gordson's up 10 to a 77. We put a bit of training into him this season just to try and give him a little bit of a boost. So 77 for Anthony Gordson. Neil Leach, potential to be special, of course, is Irish. We haven't sold him off just yet, but it might be time. Carson Clark, 78 up 2, showing great potential. Russell Williams is up to an 80 now. Just growing 3 this season without any training, but a bit of a slow burner. I'm sure we can fix that up. Just letting him go at the moment. Adam Campbell is a 63. He's gone up 1. No potential, though. So that is very, very interesting. 6'6", but no potential, so that just means we can train the absolute crap out of him. Walter James, potential to be special. He's gone up 6 with a little bit of training, mainly on his defensive stats, but up to an 80, so another big centre-back there. Well, not so big. He's only 5'11" and a low defensive work rate. Maybe he'll play in the midfield. Larry Brown's an 84. He's gone up 1. Colin Kerr, a 79. He's up 5 with a bit of training this season. Where do we see that? In the attributes, of course. Defence is where he's been trained. You can see his slide tackle and stand tackle have grown quite a bit. We've also got Brett Gibbs. We've just pulled in 66. He's gone up 2. Victor Moore, 69, up 7. Big unit, this lad. 6'6", central defensive midfielder with a high defensive work rate. Yes, might be able to help us out, that's for sure. Jason Curran, 76, up 3. Might be time to move him on. Cooper's a 66, up 5. Brian Campbell, potential to be special central defensive midfielder. Yes, we've got one. Yes, yes, yes. Medium defensive work rate, 3-star, 3-star, 6 foot tall, physically strong. So he will grow and he will become a beast, you'd feel. Reece Banks, exciting prospect, 62 up 4. Joshua Brewer will sell off, 63 up 1. Andrew Olsen, 76 up 3, only showing great potential. Mathis now up to an 85. He's gone up 4. We haven't trained him at all this season. He's just growing nicely. Look at that, 99 short pass, ball control, 98 dribbling, 94 finishing. And if he was available in the last World Cup and wasn't injured, maybe things would have been different. Peter Banks, centre midfielder, 63 up 2. What's he got in his locker? Not much, but hopefully he grows into something decent. McKennie's an 88. He's gone up 1 this season. Walter Smith, 72 up 5, the left midfielder. Ethan Fraser, 73 up 5, another left midfielder. Carson Banks, I mean, we're looking for left side players, 72 up 5. In the cam roll, we've got Russell Morgan, 73 up 6 this year. Obviously, the skill moves, just needs his physicals to start motoring along. Tremblay's at 79, he's gone up 2. He's probably reached his max potential, but we'll see what happens there. Marvin Jacobs, the Netherlands lad, we'll sell him off. And Beppa, 71 up 5. I'll keep a couple around just for the leg stuff, so we do keep our job. Daniel Olsen, 74 up 3, an exciting prospect. Yes, he's coming along, still only 19. Carson Gibbs has had a little bit of training this year. 79 up 9. And of course, he is probably going to be our backup striker moving forward at this stage. And we just need to get that finishing cranking, as you can see, up 17 with a little bit of training. A little bit. Wade's gone up 1 to an 88. Harry Morgan's up 7 to a 79. So there's a left side player we could possibly use with the 5-star skill moves. Not that I use them, but they might help him out in the simulation. And Stolian there, the Romanian, still cracking along here on the left side for Red Bull at an 83 rating. That's when we finish season number 5. Let's get moving. Season number 6. Right, we start off season number 6. We've got 4 players back here. Tyler Gibbs, 82 to 94. Wayne Evans, 74 to 94. Kenneth Kerr, 74 to 94. And Jay Gagnon, 71 to 94, all making their way into our academy. We send out our scouts again. This time we go for technically gifted in the USA. We're heading off to Ecuador and Ghana. 4 more players coming in from our scouting in the USA. We've got Brett Gordson, 75 to 93. Jose Martin, 78 to 94. Andrew White, 75 to 94, and Max Clark, 68 to 94. The scouts head out once again. This time we look for any player in USA, see what kind of talent it can bring us back. And we also head off to Australia and Scotland. Well, let's have a look at how the academy is looking. Brett Gordson, 77 to 91. Yago Lucero, an Ecuadorian here, left back, 84 to 94 at 15 years of age. We've got Valentin Duarte, 62 overall goalkeeper, 80 to 94 from Ecuador. And also from Ecuador, we've got Valentin Mancilla, 76 to 94. Tyler Gibbs, 88 to 94, a centre back at 5'10". Carl Sjoberg looks very good, 6'6", 63 overall. Wayne Evans, a centre midfielder, 55 overall. Physically strong centre midfielder is a very interesting one. I'm going to sign him in, even though we'll probably sell him off. Matteo Ortiz is absolute trash. Andrew White looking good, 64 overall, 84 to 94 potential, technically gifted right midfielder, will promote to the senior team. Gagnon, though, is a 74 to 82, and we're going to release him. Kenneth Kerr, a central defensive midfielder at 58 overall, 85 to 94, 6'3", looks pretty decent. Max Clark coming through, a centre forward, 77 to 94, potential, technically gifted. And Jose Martin, a centre midfielder, technically gifted, 81 to 94 potential. We'll just hold here, but I see a lot of these lads coming in for the future of the USA. The last scout report really didn't bring us back anything, so we've gone a bit more concentrated. We're looking for playmakers. We head off to Canada and Mexico. Right, interestingly enough, we've made the South America Cup final here against Brazil. I mean, the USA are tracking quite well. We've got quite a few of our Youth Academy players coming through now in this squad. And, well, there we go. Jesus gets a goal in the 38th. Kerr, the left back, gets us back into the game in the 47th minute. I mean, it's going to be a big ask here to take down Brazil this early. But you never know, the USA could come over. We're going to extra time here by the looks of things. They'll probably run out of gas here. We've made the 2 substitutions sell of day. It could go to penalties, to be fair, unless there's a late winner. No, it's penalties, but we lose 5-4 to Brazil in the final of the South American Cup. 2 big Americans coming in from the scout report. Thomas Brown, 76 to 94. Looks like he could be a central midfield, central attacking midfielder. And Donald Fraser, 67 to 91, but he's got a decent valuation. Looks like a centre midfielder. Let's get them both into the academy. Right, we finally offloaded here Jordan Tremblay. He's reached his max potential and he'll just be floating about, maybe get some call-ups for the USA. We'll have to wait and see. He's gone to Hoffenheim for 21.2 million. Another player coming into our youth academy is Russell Gagnon, 71 to 94. Let's hope he's a centre midfielder. Well, let's take a look at the academy. Brett Gordson, 83 to 89, right midfielder, technically gifted. We'll promote him so we can sell him off. Yango Lucero, the left back from Ecuador, looking very good, but still only 15. Duarte, 84 to 90, will promote to sell, as with Alfie White at the Australian goalkeeper. Mansilla, 79 to 85, bugger. All right, Tyler Gibbs, the centre back here at 5'10", 88 to 94, will hold in the academy. Solberg will promote to sell. Thomas Brown, 62 overall, 80 to 94 potential. Playmaker, could be interesting. Let's promote him up. Russell Gagnon as well, a 65 overall. We'll get him into the team. Tyler Robinson, an Australian centre midfielder, we're going to release. Kenneth Kerr still coming along there. Sure, why not promote to the senior team? We've got spots. Donald Fraser as well will promote, but probably sell him. Max Clark will promote. And Jose Martin, 60 overall, 85 to 91. Let's get him in as well. Right, heading off to the USA for Physically Strong, and we go to Greece, and this time we're off to Saudi Arabia. Right, Yango Lucero is ready to be called up, 91 to 94 potential for the Ecuadorian. And Tyler Gibbs as well, 5'10", 16 years of age, will hold for now. We've also picked up Pierre Wolf, a Canadian at 77 to 94 potential. Right, so we finish off season number 6. Let's have a look at how the squad is developing. Larry Martin is up to a 90. He's gone up 2 this season, and we have not trained him. Reactions now at 87. A big unit, that is for sure. Duarte will be sold. White will be sold as well, will be Solberg. Diallo's the backup keeper here. He's 73 up 5. Carson Clark, 82 up 4. Gordson's an 83. He's gone up 6. Defensive, a little bit of training, but... yeah, okay, he's probably the starting right back now for the USA. Larry Brown's up 2 to an 86, and Russell Williams also up 6 to an 86. And yes, definitely turning himself into that big man on campus that we knew that he would be. Walter James, 83, up 3, of course, potential to be special as well. Coming along nicely. And Colin Kerr's an 82. He is up 3. The left back, the starting left back for the USA now at an 82, of course. Lucero will be sold. Moores is 73. He's up 4. Brian Campbell's up 8 to a 73. Potential to be special central defensive midfielder. I mean, I've really only been training him on passing, which is long passing and vision. You can see there by plus 23 and plus 26. Everything else is just growing naturally, and he could play a big part for us in the future. Kenneth Kerr, though, potential to be special, 61 up 1. We haven't touched just yet. 3-star with a high defensive work rate, 6'3". You can see him maybe showing up for that 2030 World Cup. Jason Curran, 79 up 3. Okay, Andrew White, a right midfielder, potential to be special, 68 here up 4 with the 5-star skill moves. And I haven't touched him. He is just coming along quite nicely. Mathis is up 2 to an 87 now. Gaining in pace, and that is what we need. Look at those technicals, delicious, and he's definitely featuring in that USA side. Brett Gordson, 59 up 1. We've only just brought him in. We'll see what happens there. Jose Martin, an exciting prospect, 61 up 1. 1-star weak foot. Just brilliant, isn't it? We've got Donald Fraser showing great potential at a 66. Gagnon, 66 up 1. That's an exciting prospect. Wayne Evans, we're not sure yet, but 59 up 4 is growing quite quickly. Peter Banks, an exciting prospect, 69 up 6. We'll see how he turns out. McKenny's an 88. I'm pretty sure he's finished growing at 25 years of age. Walter Smith, 76 up 4. Ethan Fraser, 78 up 5 is an exciting prospect. Okay. Thomas Brown's an exciting prospect, 63 up 1. Russell Morgan, 78 up 5. Max Clark's out injured, but he's just hit 60. Daniel Olsen, 79 up 5. Carson Gibbs, 84 up 5. He's definitely playing in the USA side, coming off the bench. And, well, doesn't he have some talent about, does Carson Gibbs? Wayne's an 88. And Harry Morgan, 83 up 4, playing in the USA 11 as well. I think he's coming off the bench, to be fair, but he's pushing hard. And Stolian, the Romanian, still here with the Red Bull, 85 up 2. So we've finished 6 seasons here now. Let's have a look. I mean, this USA side is really coming along. Adam's still growing an 84. McKennie now the captain, an 88. Mathis. Gordson is in the starting lineup now at right back. Williams and Brown, the starting centre backs, obviously from Red Bull, along with Martin at 90. Kerr. I mean, we are building a very, very strong squad here to move forward to the 2026 World Cup. We've got James Morgan, Parks, Gibbs, Brown, Clark, and Sands on the bench. And, high 70s. Brooks is still floating about as one of our reserves. But there we go. 6 seasons done. Let's get into season number 7. Right, season 7 kicks off with 2 signings. Frank Martin, 75 to 94, 6'6". Could be a very big midfielder, but hopefully a centre forward. And Russell Brown, I think is a centre back here at 72 to 92 potential. Let's get them both into our academy. The scouts head out again. We're going to physically strong once again in the USA, and this time we go to Paraguay and Denmark. 2 more players come in for the USA. It's Tyler James, a right back, 73 to 91 potential, and a left back in Evan Campbell, 85 to 94 potential. Welcome to our academy. Now, speaking of the youth academy, let's have a look at what is in here at the moment. Tyler Gibbs, 88 to 94 at 5'10". He's only 16. We can allow him to stay there for a little while. Russell Brown has dropped away, 76 to 84, and I'm actually going to release him. Frank Martin, a big 6'6" centre forward, 59 overall, 84 to 94 potential. Will hold in the academy. Pierre Wolf, 90 to 94, the Canadian. He's still only 15. Petrus, 88 for Greece, release. Evan Campbell, the left back, 61 overall, 85 to 94 potential, will make his way into the first team. Tyler James, 73 to 91, will hold for now. Karim El Rahman is a Saudi Arabian, a right winger, 79 to 93 potential. Sure, why not? Promote him up to sell off. Mortensen is centre forward here at 82 to 94. We'll monitor him. Ostergaard, 73 to 94. Promote for sale, as well as Michael Lund, a right back, defensive minded, 65 overall. Promote for sale. Scouts head out once again, technically gifted in the USA, and we head off to Norway and Colombia. Oh, we've got a scout report back here from the USA. We've got Kenneth James, 75 to 94 with a 1.2 million evaluation. Welcome to our academy. PSG have come in and paid 153.4 million release clause for a Romanian winger. That's fine. We're allowing him to go for that kind of money. Not that we need it here. Well, Frank Martin decided he wanted out of the academy, and that's fair enough. Let's get him into the first team. A huge option possibly in the future for the USA. 3 more players to bring in for the USA. It's Russell Banks, 78 to 94, a 5'9" striker. Jose Harbour, 75 to 94. Looks like a centre midfielder. It's possibly a cam at 75 to 94. And Colin Cunningham, 69 to 94. Could be anywhere through the midfield there. Let's get them all into the academy. Scouts head out once again, and we're going for a goalkeeper again. We probably need a 3rd goalkeeper here. Maybe one in the future in case we do have an injury coming up to a World Cup. We're also going to Portugal and the Ivory Coast. Right, a few of the Youth Academy lads want out of the academy, so let's have a look here. Tyler Gibbs, 88 to 94 potential, a centre-back for the USA. Let's get him in. We've also got Kenneth James, 66 overall. He wants out of the academy, 80 to 88. Yeah, sure, we'll bring him in for a look. We've got Pierre Wolf, finally turned 16, the Canadian. We'll bring him in. Tyler James is not going to make the cut. Jose Harbour, 76 to 90, not going to make the cut. Russell Banks is a striker at 17, 82 to 94 potential, technically gifted. We'll bring him in. Mortensen from Denmark and Colin Cunningham will leave in the academy. Right, we found ourselves another goalkeeper here. It's Colin Sullivan, 75 to 94, 6'3". He can come into the academy. Scouts out again. We're going for physically strong and to England and Croatia. Right, let's get a look at the Youth Academy. Mortensen wants out of it, and that's fair enough. Let's get him signed up. Cunningham wants out as well. We'll bring him in. And our 3rd-string goalkeeper, Colin Sullivan. Let's hope he's got the potential to be special. Let's bring him into the first team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. 7 seasons completed. 2024 is done. Let's have a look at the squad and see how it's developing. Larry Martin is up to a 92 rated goalkeeper with 93 reactions now. We're just letting him go by himself, and that is a serious goalkeeper. Colin Sullivan, we've just brought in, still only showing great potential, so we might need to look for another 3rd-string goalkeeper. And we've got Diallo here as the backup for Red Bull. Gordson's up to an 88. He is up 5 this season with a fair bit of training. But yeah, that is a quality right back that we've got for the USA, and his backup is probably Carson Clark, 83 up 1. Tyler Gibbs we've brought in, 63 up 1. What's he got in his locker? A 4-star weak foot with shit work rates. That's fair enough, though. Walter James, still potential to be special. He's up to an 85. He's gone up 2 this season. And, not bad for a backup, that's for sure. Russell Williams, Big Russ, he's up to an 88 now, 22 years of age. And still coming along quite nicely. We might put a bit of training into him next season. Larry Brown's increased his rating by 1 to an 87, and there we go. We've got a decent, formidable backline here for the USA. At left back, we've got Cohen Kerr, 85. He's up 3 with a little bit of training there, mainly on his passing. You can see, where is his crossing stat? There we go, up 12 to an 85. Yes, I did train that a lot this season. We've got another left back coming through, though, 18 years of age. It's Evan Campbell. He's a 64 overall. He's gone up 3 this season with high defensive work rate, 6'1". Beautiful. He will be good in a few years' time. Brian Campbell, I put a shitload of training into. He's gone up 11 to an 84. A big central defensive unit. And, yes, well, we worked on his defensive capabilities. His interceptions there up 19 for the season, and his slide tackle up by 22. His marking 24. So he is good to go. Jason Curran, 82 up 3, of course. Kenneth Kerr, another central defensive midfielder coming through. Potential to be special. 6'3" with a high defensive work rates, and we might see him by 2030. Jose Mathis is up 2 to an 89. Didn't play a lot of games, unfortunately, but that might just be the formation on simulation. He's got the sprint speed and all the technical abilities we could hope for. Let's hope he's not in the box for any heading action, because it's only 39 rated. Andrew White, another young lad coming through with the potential to be special. He's gone up 5. Didn't train him. 5-star skill moves. Could be interesting in the future. We'll see how he develops. McKennie hasn't risen. He's still an 88. Russell Gagnon, 70 up 4. Peter Banks is 72 up 3. Ethan Fraser, 81 up 3. Okay. Morgan's an 81 up 2. A central attacking midfielder. Colin Cunningham, we don't know what his rating is yet. Still 59. Kenneth James is showing great potential at 66. Mortensen, 60. Potential to be special there for Denmark. We'll offload him. Frank Martin, centre forward. Cam, 17 years of age. 62 up 2. An exciting prospect. 5-star weak foot. 6'6". Big unit. And let's see if we can push him past that exciting prospect status in the future. Daniel Olsen is an 81. He's gone up 2 as an exciting prospect, the right winger. But we've got a lot of right-hand side players, that's for sure. Timmy Way is still an 88. Carson Giggs coming up as well, 87 up 3. And not a bad little backup there for Timmy Way, only 1 rating behind. He might surpass him. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Russell Banks, 58 up 1. We're not sure what's going to happen with him because we don't know his status just yet. Harry Morgan's taken a little bit of training, an 87 up 4 this season, and mainly on his attacking positioning and his passing skills there, of course. 91 finishing now for Harry Morgan. So we've got a good left-hand side player finally, and Pierre Wolf is the Canadian there at 64 up 1. So there is Season 7 done. We'll move into Season 8, 2025, getting very close to that 2026 World Cup. Let's get into Season number 8. Right, we're kicking off here in season number 8 with the scout report. Ethan Evans, 72 to 92. Hopefully a centre back at 6'3". And Lucas Rogerson, 67 to 91, but a decent overall. Looks like a left back. Let's get them both into the academy. The Scouts head out once again, this time for a playmaker in the USA. Just trying to find some more midfields here for the future. And we head off to Turkey and South Africa. Final scout reports for playmakers here in the USA. We've got Max Rogerson, 75 to 94, and Peter Mathis, 72 to 94. Let's get them both into our academy. The Scouts head off once again, this time technically gifted in the USA, and we head off to Finland and Scotland. Let's take a look at the current youth academy. Sabande from South Africa, 77 to 91 right winger. Max Rogerson, 72 to 90 centre midfielder. Peter Mathis, 66 to 86. Probably not going to be good enough for us, so see you later. Ethan Rose, 82 to 92. Ethan Evans, 81 to 87. He's a centre back though. We might need to hold on to him for now. Sam Cox, 82 to 92. The Englishman. Lucas Rogerson, well, he is trash. See you later. Gökhan Ganis is from Turkey, 83 to 94. And Gasha Wagana is from South Africa. Low. See you later. Well, we check in on the USA. We've got a decent report here. Adam Wolf, 69 to 94. Josh Campbell, 67 to 91. Ethan Evans, 79 to 94. And Tyler Gordson, 66 to 92. We'll bring them all into the academy. Right, we've finally gone ahead and we've sold Timmy Way. We've sold him to Arsenal for 122 million. I can't see Arsenal spending that kind of money, but Timmy Way, 88 rated, has finally left Red Bull. We've got him up to a rating that we need him to. Let's get working on some of the other lads here. Scout reports are back from the USA. We've got Jay Gagnon at 67 to 91, a possibility here to bring into the academy, as well as Dennis Brown, 77 to 94, only 5'6". Let's get them both in. Right, we've currently got a pretty full youth academy, and a few players have left on the transfer list. So let's bring some more players in to sell or level up. We've got Arthur McCall, a 17-year-old from Scotland, 78 to 94. We'll bring him in to sell off. Sabande's not going to make the cut for me, even though he's 15. Dennis Brown is a centre forward. We'll leave him in the academy for now. Max Rogerson not going to make the cut. See you later. Tyler Gordonson, 73 to 91. We'll hold for now. Adam Wolf, 75 to 93, 67 rated central attacking midfielder. Welcome to the first team. We've got Ethan Rose, an Englishman. We'll promote him to sell off. Ethan Evans, a centre back. Well, we probably need another one. I'm going to promote him even though his potential's not the best. Sam Cox, the Englishman, we'll promote him and flog him off, as well as Gannis. 91 to 94 there for Turkey. Alistair Young, a left midfielder, sure, we'll sell him off as well, and Kirk McCall. Scotland getting a few players here. Jukka Vilho from Finland, yeah, sure, promote to sell. Reece Watson, still only 15, so we can't get him in. Gagnon, probably not going to make the cut, we'll release him. And Ethan Evans is only 15 at 85 to 94. Scouts head out again, physically strong in the USA, and we're back in Canada and Mexico. Final scout report back again from the USA. We've got some big defenders here by the looks of things. Brent Sullivan at 76 to 92 at 6'2". Jordan Burns is a midfielder at 77 to 94. And Colin Evans, 84 to 94. Let's hope he is a centre back. Let's get them all into the academy. Scouts head out again, this time for a winger in the USA, and we're going off to Brazil and Argentina. Right, so we have finished up here in season number 8. That means in the next season, season 9, we'll move into the 2026 season. And I'm pretty sure the World Cup is towards the end of that. Interestingly enough, though, the USA doesn't seem to have any qualifiers. It's either you're in or you're out. So hopefully we've qualified. Our squad is looking pretty terrifying. But we've got 29 players here at the moment at Red Bull. Let's have a look at how the boys are developing. Colin Sullivan, a 66. He has gone up 5 this season. No training, but 70 reactions for a goalkeeper is not too shabby indeed. Diallo's got himself up to an 80, the Ivorian. He's the backup here. He's not happy, though, because Larry Martin's got up another one. He is a 93 rated goalkeeper now, and 94 reactions. I'm not sure he's got much growth left in him. If he gets to a 94, that would be absolutely crazy. We've got one right back now at the club. That's Anthony Gordson. He's up to a 92. Come along a long way this season. 99 sprint speed. Yes, please. Thank you very much for coming. A few technical attributes could do with a bit of work, but who cares? He's 92 rated. The other right back we had, I think, was Clark. He went in one of the transfer windows. Larry Brown's up to an 89. He's coming along nicely. The number 2 centre back at 89 rated. His technicals are all over the show, but defensively should be quite sound. Russell Williams is the big dog, though. 90 up 2 now, and well, he's got himself 3 goals and 2 assists. Not bad. 99 sprint speed, the big unit. And just the interceptions there probably a little bit low for the big backman, but yeah, he'll be able to hold his own very, very well. 99 heading accuracy, so we'll get him in the box for some set pieces. Tyler Gibbs, an exciting prospect, is 67. He's up 4. Walter James has got himself up here to an 87. He's just coming along, marinating nicely. We haven't put any training into him. He's just going up. Ethan Evans is a 58, up 1. We're not sure if he has a potential or not, but 6'3" with a high defensive work rate. We'll have to see how it turns out in a few years' time. Colin Kerr, our starting left back, is an 87. He is up 2 this season, and he is the starting left back for the USA squad as well, so looking quite tasty. Evan Campbell's got a little bit of training. He's up to a 70 with the potential to be special, only 19 years of age, so probably another 4 years before we see him in action. And then we move into the midfielders. Kenneth Kerr, 73. He's gone up 7, the central defensive midfielder. Campbell, we sold off. I think his release clause was paid. I think he might be at Manchester United, not too sure. Jose Mathis is up to a 91. He's gone up 2. 15 goals, 17 assists. Not a bad season here in the MLS. Probably, you know, some of these lads probably should have been moved on to bigger clubs and stuff, but you know what? We like our job. We like winning titles. Andrew White's up 4 to a 77. He's potential to be special as well. So we could possibly get some training into him. He's a few seasons away. McKennie's now 27, so he'll be on the decline shortly. But we haven't really had any big centre midfielders come through as of yet. Some goals and assists for him as well. Peter Banks, 76 up 4, an exciting prospect. And Russell Gagnon, we sent him out on loan to 74 up 4. He's at Hanover 96. Left side, we've got Ethan Fraser, an 83 up 2. Alistair Young, the Scottish lad, he is leaving. Morgan's an 84 up 3. Wolf's leaving as well. He didn't have any potential. Cunningham, he's going as well. No potential. Frank Martin, 69. He's gone up 7. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves at 6'6". I'm going to start putting some training into this lad. He's gone up 10 in sprint speed for 6'6" and up 12 in dribbling. Okay, no worries. Let's start training this lad. Gannis is leaving. Olsen's an 83. He's up 2. Carson Gibbs up to an 88. So the same rating as Weyer, but only 8 goals and 2 assists for him this season. But, geez, he's got some stats about him. He will be pretty decent, you'd feel. Russell Banks, 63, up 5. Harry Morgan's up 1 to an 88, so the starting left winger here for the USA. And, yep, he'll do a job. Don't you worry about that. McCall is leaving. So that's the squad. We'll move into season number 9. 2026, the World Cup on the horizon. Fingers crossed we've bloody qualified. So we move into season number 9. We've got a report back here with 4 players I want to bring into our academy. Brian Moore, 71 to 94. Reece Henry, 78 to 94. Cohen Martin, 69 to 93. And Ethan Henry, 73 to 94. We've got to start thinking about the 2030 World Cup. Even though we're only in 2026 and the next World Cup is upon us, you know, you've got to keep young players coming through, and you never know. They might make the squad for the 2030 World Cup, so let's get them all into the academy. The scouts head off once again. I'm going to look for another goalkeeper. Our third string goalkeeper is only showing great potential, so hopefully we can find a potential to be special kid. And we're going to France and Spain. Right, so 2026, still no World Cup on the horizon just yet, but let's give you a look at how this squad is developing. It's obviously a 5-star squad, and a few of these players have moved on from New York, so this is where we really get to get in and check on the ratings. Larry Martin, 93, and Donald Brown is the reserve at an 85. We've got Stefan there at an 84 if we do need a backup goalkeeper at this stage. Gordson's got himself to a 92, Williams a 91. Larry Brown's currently out injured for 4 weeks, so we need to bring a centre back in. We'll grab Carter's Vickers. Kerr's up to an 87 at left back, and then we've got Walter James at an 87, so a decent back 4 there, all with a red ball. Brooks still floating around at an 83. Carson Clark has left us, but he's an 83, and we've just brought Carter's Vickers in. Mathis is a 92 rated right midfielder. Pomkel's got himself to an 89. McKenny's an 88. Brian Campbell is an 87. He has left us as well. Pulisic 86, so he's been you know, superseded here already by Mathis. And how old is old Pulisic these days? 27. So, yeah, he'll make the next World Cup. Tyler Adams up to an 86. Russell Morgan is himself in at 84. Ethan Fraser an 83. We've still got Keaton Parks there at an 81, although we could bring Sands in, but we've got enough CDMs in this, so we'll keep Parkies there. Wayne's an 88, of course. Gibbs is an 88 as well, so 2 decent strikers here. And Harry Morgan, the left winger, is an 88 as well. Sargent's up to an 84, and Daniel Olsen at the right wing is an 83. I mean, there's a few lads coming through, but yeah, they've still got a bit of growing to do. So this is probably how our squad will be looking. Obviously, Brown will come back in for Carter's Vickers, providing these guys are all fit, ready for the next World Cup. Right, let's take a look at our current youth academy. Dennis Brown, 83 to 89, 5'6", not going to make the cut for me. Release. Tyler Gordson, 63 overall, but only an 85 potential. He's technically gifted, but I'm going to release him. We only want true talent that's going to be able to grow within the next 4 years. Jordan Burns, 85 to 91. We're going to release him as well, as with Brett Sullivan. Adam Gauthier, the goalkeeper, 91 to 94. We'll promote him to possibly sell off or release him. Martin's gone. Reece Henry, 63 overall, 84 to 94 winger. Yes, please. Welcome to the first team. We've got Ethan Evans here, 90 to 94. He can come in as well. Colin Evans, a right back. He can make his way into the team. And a Spanish lad here in Geronimo Soria. We'll leave him just for now. Ethan Henry's not going to make the cut. Neither is Larry Wood. And sell the 80 to 94 will hold on to Jose Paulo, and Brian Moore, the left winger, 80 to 94, 17 years of age, will hold just for now. Right, 2 keepers to sign in here. Nathan Olsen, 72 to 92, and Evan Taylor, 72 to 94. Let's get them both into the academy for the future of the USA. The Scouts head out once again, this time for a playmaker in the USA, and we head off to Italy and Canada. Right, the news that we didn't want is that Larry Martin's got himself injured just before the World Cup. So there goes our 93 rated goalkeeper. And, well, it looks like Stefan has to come in. Unfortunately, it's not going to allow me to bring Harry Morgan into the squad. Even though, you know, he's available now, which is kind of shit. Unless we just roll the dice and go with one goalkeeper, that could be very interesting. That would allow us to have Harry Morgan in for this World Cup, and maybe that's what we need to do. Oh, it's a big decision to go with only one goalkeeper, though. It's a big decision. I mean, we've got a right. Pulisic can play on the left. Fraser can play on the left. And Smith can play on the left. Wade can also play on the left. So I'm going to play it safe here. And unfortunately, no Martin for this World Cup. We'll bring in Zach Steffen. Right, checking in on the Youth Academy. And we've probably got some players here that we can sign up to sell off. Soria is definitely one of those. Let's get him up and about. And Seldy, yes, we can sell him off. Morentes, yes, we'll sell him. Acuna isn't ready. Jose Paulo, yeah, we'll sell him as well. Nathan Olsen looks all right. Let's get him in to start training. Maresca can be sold. And Brian Moore, yep, let's get him in as well.
Great practical joke, Jim. Got me go to the annex.
Oh my...
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Right, this has to be the dodgiest fucking game you have ever seen. We submitted a squad for the World Cup. We submitted a squad. You've seen me submit a squad. Now, we go to the group stages because we didn't qualify, obviously. We go to the group stages. Belgium, Netherlands, Norway. They've all played their games. Italy, Venezuela, Mexico, Hungary. Okay. Group C has France, Poland, Uruguay, Australia. Brazil, Ireland, Scotland, India. England, Austria, South Africa, Northern Ireland, Germany, Egypt, Czech Republic, and Canada. Spain, Greece, Ivory Coast, New Zealand, Cameroon, Argentina, Switzerland, and Turkey. So we won't be playing in this fucking 2026 World Cup, even though we submitted a squad for no fucking apparent reason. And that means we'll have to do another 4 seasons and hope, fingers crossed, that we get qualification. But what we will do is go to the end of this World Cup quickly and see who takes it out in 2026. But what an absolute pain in the ass. I've built a team here. I've got an absolute plethora of quality players ready to go. And there's just no way for us to play here in 2026. What an absolute stitch-up. And to make things worse, apparently all my players are away on international duty. Well, I don't have any fucking games. What a load of shit this game is. Fuck's sake, this better be fixed in FIFA 20. I'll be having words. Right, so let's take a look at how the World Cup finished up in 2026. I'm absolutely livid. Belgium have beaten Venezuela, France beat Ireland, England beat Egypt 4-0, Spain beat Argentina 3-0 in the round of 16. Italy beat the Netherlands 3-0, Brazil beat Poland 2-1, Germany beat Austria 3-1, and Cameroon going through on penalties over Greece 4-3. They move through to the quarterfinals. It's France over Belgium 3-2, Spain over England 3-2, Brazil beats Italy 1-0, and Germany beats Cameroon 2-0. Into the semi-finals. Once again, we can't see what's happening without me backing out and then coming back in. Hang on a second.
A few moments later.
Right, semi-finals. Spain goes through on penalties 4-3 over France, and Brazil beats Germany 3-1. The third place tie, it's France over Germany 1-0. And the final is taken on penalties by Spain 4-3. So Spain are the champions of the 2026 World Cup. Unfortunately, we couldn't be involved with that, even though we've got a squad that is of almost all 90 rated players. But that is where we'll finish today's episode. I am going to push on for the next 4 years and see if we do actually qualify for the 2030 World Cup and actually get to play with this team that is looking absolutely insane. That is where we will finish this second part of this World Cup Academies USA. Unfortunately, not getting even a chance to have a red hot crack, but fingers crossed, in the next episode, we will get to the 2030 World Cup and actually qualify and hopefully make a final. But until then, we'll see you next time. I'm Sparring DK, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one. The Sparring DK channel now has Patreon, and if you feel like just going that little extra step to help, the channel grow, you can go across to the website, pledge your allegiance to myself, and for $1 a month, you're basically putting it in a jar and allowing for us to go and buy some more beers and record some more beer drinking episodes. Thank you very much to the current lads that have gone ahead and supported the channel. Absolutely tremendous to see anybody willing just to give that $1 a month at this stage. I cannot thank you from the bottom of my heart. You really will make a difference in the future. So jump across there if you're that way inclined to the Patreon channel. Sign up today and we'll see if we can get some extra beer drinking episodes for you at home. Now, if you are looking for some more content, we've got a couple of videos. One here, and if you want to subscribe, there's a button right there. So go ahead, subscribe, and you'll be notified when the videos go live. Make sure you put on that notifications bell. We'll see you next time.